Hello everyone, it is I again, the Beast, and I am back yet again for yet another fantastic installment of Beastly Reviews. And if you recall, if you were here earlier this week, you will realize that today is part two of the New Gen Arena Extravaganza. Today we are going to be talking not about the arena itself, because we put that together in a fantastic and delicious, if I may say myself, montage set to a fantastic song that's hopefully probably still up, if I'm lucky. But today we're going to talk about the figures that come with the arena. Those figures in particular are Diesel, Big Daddy Cool, and the one that just fell down that you heard the crash. That was Doink the Clown. He's right here. But before we get any further into today's Beastly Review, I think it's very important that I give a birthday shout-out, a belated birthday shout-out, that is, to my dear friend, my sister from another beast, Jennifer Nickel, known as Jennypenny on Jennypenny Insta, and, pardon me, soon-to-be YouTuber powerhouse, just like myself. So go do yourself a favor, head right over to Jennypenny Insta, and go check out my good friend and birthday girl, as of yesterday, Jennifer Nickel. And when she starts up her YouTube content, head right on over there, and there will be links. That's right, there will indeed be links. So, without further ado, happy birthday, I love you, and let's go on with the reviews. Let us start with Doink the Clown, the one that I care. Actually, no, let's not. Let's start with Diesel, because this figure's not that great. This one's more interesting. So we'll start with this, which has very little in the way of, in the way of accessory. It just comes with a vest, which really could have been he could have been wearing it in the package, and there could have been like a belt or something, rather than just an extra head and an extra set of hands. But regardless, let's see how it looks outside of the package, shall we? And the unboxing is actually going to be quite easy, because the good folks at Mattel didn't bother to put Fort Knox levels of security in these, because they came in the box. So there's no need to take them up. So today we are going to forego the tools of the trade. I know how sad that must make everyone, but there's no need for them, because the box opens just like so, which is just fan-freaking-tastic, if you ask me. Anyway, without further ado, let us remove the contents of the box, and there's no other ridiculousness, no plastic sort of sheaths that and other undesirables to prevent people from, stealing it from stores and retail. And yes, okay, so here's the figure. This is, I believe, a brand new torso. I mean, yes, I think it actually might be. Mark my words, they're going to use this for a more current Undertaker figure when this eventually comes out, but overall, I'd say the figure is actually quite good. It's got a nice beefy size to it, much like the beefiness of Mr. Kevin Nash, the portrayer of the Diesel character. As you can see, pardon me again, his tattoos are present underneath the elbow pad that will also be used for a more current Undertaker figure once this is released. He's got that all too familiar expression, sort of a mixture of constipation and enjoyment. Very odd, if you say. He's got the tassels along the side of the pants, so to speak, and just the very plain sort of Diesel design on the front. I'm not going to lie, I'm slightly disappointed. They could have done more, but they chose not to, so that is on them. It comes with a second head, which he appears to be singing Bohemian Rhapsody, and extra vest that would go on, I assume, and very exciting spare set of hands in the fist sort of persuasion, whereas this is basically a open fist. This would be a closed fist. Exciting stuff! Exciting stuff! Great job, Mattel. You really outdid yourselves on this one. But we can't win them all, can we? Because the arena itself was fantastic. The ring, I absolutely adore the ring. And if the package is any indicator, I believe that the Doink figure is going to be incredible as well. But time will tell, because that's not out of the package yet, is it? And just for the sake of argument, here is Diesel with the vest on. So, yes, figure itself, I mean, it's good for what it is. There could have been more of a design on it. They could have used a different than the just plain black Diesel. look, but it is what it is. I would have preferred it if it was a silver top, a shiny silver top, with the diesel power sort of logo rather than just the regular diesel logo, but at the same time, it's good for what it is, but I can't really give it a 10 out of 10 because they could have done so much more with this. So I'll give it like a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. It's a good figure, but for the price of the entire arena, and knowing that at the very beginning, this was all you were going to get was the arena and this figure for $250, they could have done more with this. But that's not where it ended. It actually ended because everybody, all 8,000 plus, decided to back this wonderful project. And as a result, we all got this figure, the far superior Doink the Clown. So, again, we do not have to worry about Fort Knox levels of securidad in here. So, there's himself. Numerous sets of hands, not just one spare set of hands. He comes with a giant hammer, sort of comedic style, because he's a clown. And not one, not two, but 3 heads. 2 spares and 1 original, and a jacket of cloth on in the package. Really puts Diesel to shame, does it not? Alright, anyway. So, without further... Uh-oh. Well, they decided to secure this bastard, and his hair just came right off. But a little peg dealie in the background, right there, so that you can pop it right back on into that little hole right there. So, in addition, which I did not realize at first, in addition to... Oh, this is kind of creepy. But in addition to numerous heads, I'm assuming all of the hairstyles are also interchangeable, and each of these heads actually has a different hairstyle, but we'll go over that in a moment. For now, let's put the original hairstyle back on and look at what this figure has to offer itself. He's got the Larry Fine sort of Three Stooge hairstyle going right here for him. He's got this cloth jacket with actual hard plastic buttons, and this flower right here, and multicolored sort of cuffs right here. He comes with his original heel-style green attire, not the so they've not released a Doink. Like, I don't know if there's been a Doink released with this color scheme actually, but I quite like it because I quite like the greenness of it all. And we are all trying to live more green nowadays, are we not? So yes, and as enough stalling as I'm trying to get this jacket off with these weird plastic sort of undersleeves. There they go. All right. And here's himself with his nice large gut. Oh dear. Okay, so the wig keeps on coming off. I'm not really sure how stable this is going to be in practice, but nevertheless, we can't win them all, can we? So, alright, back on again. Still feels a little bit loose, actually, but here's himself. Here's his chubby top half. Here's his little gut right here. He's got the wrinkliness on the back. And some hair, sort of chest hair sort of dealy that there. And he's got the stars on there, and like the 2 patches on the arse. Got the little tie sort of thing. The stars on the side right here, and the whiteness right here. Along with the red stars. A very Christmassy sort of figure. Little white here with the little reddy boots here, and all cute and adorable. So, here's himself. But, of course, that is not all. We still have the hammer and 2 spare heads. So let's check out the other 2 heads now in practice, shall we? And here's the second head, of course. He's got the whoo sort of look on his face. And I believe this was the original hairstyle that came with him. Just a little, oh dear. So, one thing about Ultimate figures is when they come with spare heads, it really seems that only the original head really stays on perfectly well. So hopefully this gets a little bit better. Anyway, here is the original hairstyle from the previous head. So you can add that if you so choose. But it's kind of a challenge because the head keeps on popping off, unfortunately. So that's, yeah. So yeah, so one thing I will say about this, and this has been an issue with all Ultimate figures that come with spare heads, as I literally just said this, but just to reiterate, because it bears repeating, But, yeah, the heads don't seem to stay on perfectly well, aside from the initial head. So here is himself with the original Larry Fine Three Stooges hair. Here he is with the old lady at the perm hairstyle, like sort of, yeah, right there. Curly, sort of balding afro. And another one which is very similar to the last, but I guess slightly flatter. Not quite as, yeah, so there is indeed a difference between these two hairstyles, but not by much. So I think I prefer the Larry Fine hair the most. And finally, the less angry and less laughy, more joyous, if you want to have a good guy Doink hair, or head, that is right there. Here he is with no hair. Here he is with the flatter old lady at the salon sort of perm thing. Here he is with the poofy perm. And last but certainly not least, here he is with the Three Stooges, indeed, Larry Fine hairstyle that is not going on in any sort of fine way whatsoever right now, but there it is. Larry Fine. Okay, so with that, we have... Oh, you bastards. So, okay, so I was not planning on switching the hands. I was hoping I didn't have to, but I do to put the hammer in because, you know, they did have to make it all difficult on your beastie boy here. But I didn't want to have to, you know, subject you to the whole, pull it out of the package and pull off the hand and then put the hand on. It seems like just a bunch of wasted time, much like this little spiel right here. But here's himself with the hammer, and look at how menacing he looks. Oh, that is nightmare fuel right there. Think of all the other things you could put in this hand, though, now that taken it off. Some things that would make it even more terrifying than the hammer. He's got this this sort of broom with the barbed wire. That's pretty scary. He's got this sword dealie right here, which also very scary. Or nightmare fuel indeed. It is the head of former WWF champion Shawn Michaels, which he has just torn off in a Mortal Kombat-esque fatality sort of way. This figure itself, though, I would love to give this a 10 out of 10. I really would. But the heads really don't stay on all that spectacularly, save for the first one. The hair really doesn't stay on all that well. But at the same time, as far as aesthetics are concerned, this is an easy 10. As far as form and function, this is probably more of a 7. So I'll give it a 9 actually, a very good figure. But if this video for you was a 9, please do me one kindness, and that's like. Actually, that's only one kindness. I want other kindnesses as well, please. Also, subscribe. BC Reviews Instagram. BC Reviews YouTube. I think we've gotten this whole Instagram video thing sorted at last. And of course, go check out Jenny Penny on Insta. And also check out Jenny Penny when she gets onto the YouTube channels. And without further ado, I'm going to end this day. So, have a fantastic weekend. And anticipate the next fantastic installment of Beastly Reviews, my friends.